talk about how TemTem flexed on Pokemon. This video is gonna be me playing this game live while basically explaining how they did it. So the team behind TemTem created a version of Pokemon basically, then made it their own game, copy pasted like 70% of Pokemon and 30% of their own, and they managed to sell over 250,000 copies of the game. They were like 30 or 31 euros each copy. They made over 7.5 million bucks on the game while it's a copy. They didn't got a lawsuit out of it, and they managed to get away with it. How did they do it? Well, what they did was put on a stamina system instead of the MP, which normally was required, aka PP. You get it, PP? Just kidding. So basically they did that, and they also put up strategy into the game, making it harder than Pokemon. It's still in early access, so you can't play the entire game. You cannot get to the end map. You cannot do like anything at all. And they managed to pull it off. I was so impressed that they managed to do that. The entire team behind TemTem can basically buy a Lamborghini right now. Just because of it. It's so funny. Oh. Got him. So the funniest part, what I was talking about it, was like, I was playing TemTem, I managed to get to the end game of it right now. They have like breeding into the game and a lot of other things. It's a pretty solid game, it's pretty good. Oh shit. But they did manage to make a pretty decent game out of it. I was really impressed by it. Oh. Got him. 1 second. Give me a minute. There are like a couple of people here. I don't want to die there much. So 1 second. Let's get out of here a little bit. Okay, there's nobody here. So you can basically capture TemTems the same way you capture Pokemons in Pokemon, but then with Tem cards. With the Tem cards, 1 second. Oh. It's also an RNG rate of capturing like they did on Pokemon. So that's basically the same. The combat, like the skill use is the same, shiny Pokemon is the same, but then they are called Lumas. So they only changed the name of it. That's pretty self-explanatory. So you can basically understand it by just playing Pokemon. Gyms they copied, they are called dojos in TemTem. So that's also something. Oh shit, I don't want to die. So that was pretty impressive that they managed to copy it so much. Oh. What the fuck? How the hell did I survive that? Okay. Okay. Oh. Got him.
Bad resupply location. Hold still,
okay.
coming.
Let's get it. Got him. Got him.
UAV available for tasking.
And yes, so they did so much to TemTem, and it's also pretty fun. There's also a grinding mechanic. They also put on like this 1v1 and 2v2 combinations of PvP, which are gonna be ranked in end game later when they add like those contents. They're gonna add a how's it called, an action hall, where you can sell and basically make money of selling TemTems. That's also a really good idea of implementing into the game. Oh.
They're dead.
So they really impressed me with TemTem, and I almost never get really impressed by a copy of Pokemon. So
Enemy down.
it was so amazing that they managed to do that.
Q stores open.
Not only that, but they flexed on the Nintendo Switch, because most people that want to play Pokemon Sword and Shield has to buy Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch. So they have to buy first the Nintendo Switch before they can play the Pokemon Sword and Shield. I played on one of my friends' Switch. That's pretty cheap of me, but I don't want to spend over 300 bucks just to play a game, you know. Like the game itself costs 57 euros and the Switch costs like over 300, so that's not a cheap game, you know. So after I played it out, I saw that TemTem did a better job than Pokemon Sword and Shield did, with the game layouts, with the content, with the opportunities in the game, with the things you can do in the game, and so one second, and so on. So I was so fucking impressed. Yeah, explaining how a game works and playing a game at the same time is not easy.
Assault pack right here.
I'm like really into this kind of games, you know what I mean? I'm really into Call of Duty. It's one of the games I only play. Every kind of Call of Duty I've played, or at least I have it, so I've literally every kind of Call of Duty. Also have the new Modern Warfare, but that's not what we are talking about right now. So now we are talking about what went wrong with Pokemon Sword and Shield, basically. That TemTem basically took the lead of it. Like most of the people that played Pokemon Sword and Shield are playing right now TemTem on the PC. It's on the Steam page, but also you can just buy it from online. So it's not that the only player base of the game is from the Steam itself. There are kind of like 20 to 30,000 people always online on the Steam playing TemTem right now. But the 250,000 copies is from Steam itself. All combined, like, they could make a lot more money if they put it on the consoles like PS4, Xbox. Even on the phone this game should be playable, so there are many ways to go with the game. They got the funds right now for it, so they should do that really soon. I heard that the game gets fully released before the summer vacation, so that's between now and like 4 months or something. It's like around the corner, and then it's fully released, and on the end of the year, like in winter, so they are gonna add it for the PS4. I have not heard of anything for the Xbox One or for the phone or whatever, but there is gonna be a crossplay, so you can basically PvP from the PC version and the PS4 version. So that's something new, because crossplay is kind of new since like 2019, last year. They added the crossplay between PC, PlayStation and Xbox. So that's gonna be a pretty good experience to how to play the game. There are many bots right now on the PC, and they are trying to ban them all, because they're like AFK grinding money and shiny TemTems, which are called Lumas. And the gameplay overall is solid, so if you want a solid game to play for 30 euros, then TemTem is yours. I don't have much more to add to it than this, so let's keep it on this for now. But they flexed so hard on Pokemon. They managed to take the entire Pokemon fandom and just made it their own fandom just by employing TemTem on the market. That's not something that normally happens to a game. Like seriously. The chance of that happening is really tiny.
Enemy deleted.
This is my favorite weapon, by the way.
We're winning this.
1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off this video. And thank you if you saw this video and leave your reactions. It's gonna be funny.